Hey y'all, Manny Fish. Man, this isn't my nature typically, but today, Super Bowl, blah blah. So I'm watching more Super Bowl commercials. And here we got the Dodge Charger, Durango, whatever. And there's a half a second clip in it. And I see 34 lithium. And I know that that's a station on Sirius or XM or one of them. But nonetheless, of all things in a half a second clip in this commercial, you got 34, which I don't know what that means, 7, whatever. And let me get this straight. I don't typically play with the numerology gematria stuff. If it ain't biblical, it ain't me. However, I do know how the serpent works, and they believe in this stuff very much, and it can tell us a lot. And for whatever reason, I am compelled to see it and to report it to whoever's on the other side there. So anyways, I got lithium, we got 328, and a variation of other numbers here. But what's funny, okay, I'm thinking 328. Now, I know that has something to do with, we all know about the lithium part of, we see lithium in the Dodge commercial thing there, and that lithium is also, it serves as a fusion fuel in staged thermonuclear weapons. Okay, we know that. We look back again, 328, but we have uranium 238. So 328. Okay, this is also a major component in thermonuclear weapons. It is a damper which surrounds fossil fuel neutrons and the compression. Regardless, its most modern nuclear weapons utilize 238. So if that ain't enough, I keep poking around, and I travel quite a bit. I use maps a lot. I go on to Google Maps. I pull up the stadium. I get the coordinates. You get the coordinates right here. They're 2941.9 north, 952440 west. Add those together, and what do you think you get? 238. So make what you want of it, but I found that to be quite fascinating. And I also found it kind of odd that I had to cut this piece in there because I forgot something. There was another commercial that had this, it was for faucets, and it had just another half a second clip. They're always like split seconds, right? But I found this interesting, the inverted 322 and the 25. It could be taken that way. And I also found it interesting that we're 2.525 minutes from midnight. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And I also found it interesting that the, Samsung Super Bowl ad for a 2-second part of it looks at his little freaking slave watch. 2.5 of all things. Why 2.5? Why not 2? Why not 2.4? So these are the kind of things that You know, this is serpent language, man, and it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. But when you see it, it's when you can start to flip your whole understanding of reality upside down, and you truly do just start to see the truth. I mean, you just do. This was at the end of the, what's his name? The Denver Broncos old dude there, man, I forget, Elway. He did it. And right at the very end, he says, witness them after the Super Bowl. And he's talking about, you know, soldiers and whatnot. This is all about army stuff. So you witness them immediately after the Super Bowl. And another thing, the Febreze commercial. Kind of just, I'm telling you, on the same lines, if you watch my... I keep pushing these buttons, sorry guys. But if you watch the that Peril ad I did, you'll see the nuclear bomb thing going off. But, I mean, this is a Febreze. Now, you got all these lids closing, and what I see is, bam, the lid closing, okay? You get the lid closing on the United States, and you get this kid with his mouth sticking his tongue out, mocking everybody. And over in this corner, you can't see it. It's like one of those sun frickin', you know, pagan-looking things. So you got the lid on America, boom, getting slammed down. And then what do you think happens?
You stink. New Febreze.
Check this out. Just a tiny bit further on, when everybody starts going to the bathroom. Watch. Okay, we'll go right here. See, everybody's waiting, okay? Clock runs down. 2 minutes to midnight. And then what happens? Boom. Everybody's running. They're all running. Like stampeding. Occupied. Did you see that? Check that out, man. Occupied. We gotta watch that again. Clock runs out. Boom.
Every red-blooded, bladder-bulging American double times.
Look at him running for the exits. Like a stampede. Occupied. Crazy stuff, man. Hey, love y'all. There's some more. I just cut this in the middle, so this is just going to skip right to some other stuff. Peace and grace. I know these things can be silly, and I'm not a view seeker, man. My mission here is to help people realize what's really going on around them spiritually, because, folks, that's where the battle is. You know, Jesus Christ is my Savior, and I know that because I know that, because I asked with a pure, sincere heart for the truth, and He came into my heart. And man, it's been quite a journey ever since, and I mean, I work on it every day to walk in His ways. I got a long way to go, but He loves me, and He loves you. And He can pull you out of the fire, man. Just go to a quiet place and ask. Just say, God, please, please fill this pit in my soul and show me the truth. And you'll be extremely, extremely surprised. Anyway, I hope we don't get any nuclear bombs going off. I just found that very strange that adds up to 238, all the coordinates. And there's a bunch of other stuff too, but I won't get into that right now. Maybe I'll come back later if I'm so compelled to do it. And God bless you all, and I hope we get through this without any craziness. No dooms here. Even if this stuff does happen, you know what? We're one step closer to the kingdom. Put on the full armor, get on the rock, and endure, soldiers. Many fish.